And that's when I hit record. For those of you who don't know, Kim just a half a banana. I'm pretty sure.
That was a huge bite.
Like
I was not prepared. Oh man.
We always try to start when Kim's laughing,
I'm
and
hungry.
It's not hard. It is not
really
even remotely hard to do.
I gotta turn my phone off.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Grease and Grace. My name's Jordan.
I'm Kim.
And we're back. And let me just tell you what, it's great to have you here. I hope you're ready to mix things up a little bit. We got a whole lot of grease and probably a little bit of grace.
My headphones are tight today, homie. All right. Might just be that I'm
usually because you've got earrings on that like are
I don't have earrings.
Just pressure.
Hey, we're on a half a year now. We've been doing this. We're on episode 20.
Are we really?
6. Half a year. That's half of 52.
So I texted Kim the other day and I said, hey, because I was walking around our block and I said, our podcast is really good.
So I responded with, hey, thanks for being a dedicated listener.
Like, comment, and subscribe. That's so funny. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad
hey,
thing.
let us know.
Yeah, right?
Jordan isn't sure if this is a good podcast or not.
I don't normally listen to it. I don't know what happened, but I was like, I'm going to listen to our podcast. Like, it's been a minute since I've like listened to this. But hey, this could be a good thing or bad thing, but we're over 1,500 all-time downloads.
Woo, woo!
So if you're one of those people, thanks.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, you're good
Way
people.
to go.
I mean, I'm telling you what, we're on the upswing
Gold
here.
star. Gold star, listeners.
If one person listens to this and finds joy out of it, Kim and I feel like we've succeeded in life.
Yeah.
Kind of. Here's the deal. This is our therapy session. You're involved.
It really is.
And that's what's happening. We should call it Grease and Grace therapy because that's really what this ends up boiling down to be.
It really does.
My goodness.
Yeah, it's a good time though. So I'm glad that you approve of you approve of this message. So thank you for your approval. Passed amok.
All right. So anyway, as you know, every week we take on a new topic. We dive into some greasy and graceful aspects of this crazy life we live in. We hope you enjoyed last week's episode, which was all about All Hallows Eve, which was fantastic. So hope you had a happy Halloween.
Oh, somebody was just talking to me about Snickers. Who listens? And because I had asked,
is it their favorite candy?
Yeah, that was but it was the peanut butter Snickers.
There's so many different like mix up flavors now.
Yeah, I don't. The only candy that I ever want mixed up and like changed are Kit Kats.
Really, you like those? Like the
like
white
the
chocolate
fun
ones, or like all that other
well,
stuff?
like in Japan, they get crazy with their Kit Kats.
There's like a guy that like sells like all these like foreign candy or whatever online.
What's his name? I need his phone number.
Give me that guy's name. Anyway, like this, one of my students today said that their favorite candy was like Reese's peanut butter cups and the pumpkins because they were like the pumpkins are better than the Reese's peanut butter cups. Immediately failed her. I was like, get out.
No. You failed this entire semester for your answer. You
Listen,
garbage student.
That's dog water. Dog water. A
lot of people like Reese's, but yeah. So she was saying that the peanut butter Snickers, which I've never had.
No. Pumpkin Reese's peanut butter cups.
Wait, is it pumpkin flavored or pumpkin?
I think
shaped?
They're just in the shapes. I think she's saying like
what
you
makes
get more.
it different than a normal Reese's?
Well, that's kind of
listeners. Let us know.
I was like, listen, I'm a purist, so don't mess with
that. Seems
the
like
Reese's
too much
peanut
butter to chocolate ratio.
I don't know. I don't eat candy, so I don't know. You just backed up. You were like, so what?
No. Oh yeah, I don't eat too much candy unless it is free and I am passing it out to children. Then I will just randomly eat pieces.
So it looks like it's the same, but it's in a pumpkin shape. So it's Reese's peanut butter cup pumpkins.
That's wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
just do normal.
Yeah,
be normal.
I can't eat the gigantic Reese's peanut butter cups. Have you ever seen those? The giant ones. It's too much.
That sounds.
It's not. The ratio's off.
What are you talking about a giant one?
Yeah, they have the big cups. They're called like big cups.
No.
People. I wanted to go like 8 different directions there, and I just said no. I'm not gonna do that. It's not gonna happen.
Candy companies have gotten too out of control. Like, because Reese's was like putting potato chips, which I get it. I understand it.
Yeah.
Salty sweet type of situation. But I mean, like, you already have the salty sweet situation happening. This is not our topic today.
Don't poke the
way,
chef.
guys.
Don't poke the chef. That's all we
But,
gotta
like,
say.
they are classics for a reason. Stick with the classics. And I get it. Like, you're gonna expand
Do your thing.
your I don't know, it's a business term, I'm sure. And so like then they have like the Reese's Pieces and saying the
We should hit
Reese's
candy
cup.
up. We should hit candy up sometime.
We should
Do a candy episode.
maybe.
The Greases and Grace of Candy. Anyway,
We'll do that.
that's not today.
That's not our topic.
So sometimes current events, sometimes it's pop culture, sometimes it's Halloween, sometimes it's the ocean. So anyway, sometimes it's a season of fall. We did fall.
We did fall.
So we're going to give you our unique blend of humor, some insight. Your job is to sit back, relax, and get ready for a delightful mix of laughter and wisdom and everything in between.
That was a remix.
Hey, by the way, this is totally off topic, but today I was with a couple of friends of mine, and one of my friends said they thought there was parts of the ocean that were not saltwater. And I thought in the back of my mind, I was like, that's a Kim Wilcox comment.
Is there no
Don't do it.
No.
Don't go running down that road. It's not okay.
No, I'm pretty sure that I think it's different salt content.
Oh yeah. 100%.
It looks like a lake within an ocean.
You're
Is
correct.
that, but they're not freshwater,
No,
saltwater.
no.
I know that. I got that down. But
Anyway.
I do know, like, there's a river that runs, I think, through an ocean.
But if you're in an ocean, it's salt water.
But they're separate entities.
But there's still all salt water. There's no ocean.
I don't think that the river is. I'm going to look it up.
Well, anyway, it's regardless. No, because we're gonna grab a show. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that today. Kimberly, don't look it up.
In the ocean.
Today's topic that we're cooking up is.
I can't say the name of that.
I'm waiting for
river. Well, I'm trying to tell you
I'm
the
waiting
river
for
name.
you.
Gym life, baby.
This is going to be good. I'm ready to get it. Oh,
so if you don't know,
word.
Jordan is a worker outer. I am a worker outer. Jordan's a little bit more dedicated, I think, than I
First of
am.
all, you said worker outer. What
worker
does that
outer.
even mean?
A worker outer. What do you call yourself? A bodybuilder?
I
Weightlifter.
would classify myself as a CrossFit athlete.
Okay.
There's different veins. Okay, before I give you a working definition of this, like
We should have had Josh come in.
we should have absolutely.
Josh would have liked this. No, because he would have been like, well,
let me tell you about that.
the femur is connected. Like,
Shut it.
he'd be giving us like a rundown. Okay, anyways, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're saying we're talking today gym culture.
Yeah, gym culture.
Okay, so like there's different veins of working out.
Yeah.
You have like people who are into cardio, cycling, running, ellipticals, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's straight like what we call cardio. Then you have people who are into lifting. So like, and in that category you have Olympic lifters, and then you have just like people who just lift. Like, so you have like main lifts and stuff like that. I already know I'm boring you. And then you have somewhere in between, which is like people who do cardio plus they lift at the same time. And then there's all these little subcategories in it.
Yeah.
So the CrossFit world is a lot of like lifting, but then there's this thing called metabolic conditioning, which is what majority of people know as HIIT training. So that's where I would say I live at, as I live in that world.
I liked CrossFit. A lot.
I love
My
CrossFit.
gym closed, and then I tried to do it, but it's really hard to do CrossFit in a gym that is not set up for
Oh, no.
CrossFit.
I was telling my students today, like that, because they were asking about CrossFit, and I was like, I'll go to like a hotel for a conference or whatever, and I'm doing handstand walks in the parking lot, and people are like coming out like, "What are you doing? Like, stop doing that."
I got really strong when I was doing CrossFit, though. It built my my quads.
Majority of
Super
people,
strong.
majority of people think like you're gonna get hurt doing that because they see people doing like these like crazy activities, but if you're doing like what I call common man CrossFit, like you're not gonna get hurt. Like,
Do you remember once
once upon a time, I got a definition
Once
for this
upon a
too.
time.
I can't wait.
Subway
Oh my
came out with a
goodness.
commercial for Crop Fit?
No, they did not. Are you serious?
Yes, they did. And so every once in a while, Josh and I will comment it.
Shut up, they did.
They did. And he's talking about crop fit. And there's like a farmer who's like, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And the guy's like, this isn't a one-man job.
There's a guy, he's in the field trying to lift a pumpkin. And there's like this Amish looking dude behind him. And he's like, this is a real thing.
I don't know what the context is for it. I just remember Josh and I both absolutely loved that commercial. And
there's a guy, he's doing like, how do I say this? Like he's in a field and he's like strapped into a harness like he's the horse. And this guy behind him's got the plow. That's unbelievable. You're gonna have to post this on our social media platforms.
What's the name of, like, did you just look up Subway Crop Fit?
It's called Crop Fit. It's from 2014.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So anymore, because I don't do CrossFit anymore, I think of Crop Fit. That's what the farmers are doing.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
Check out that.
Crop Fit is based on farming practices from the 1800s. And I guess to also include Subway sandwiches in your diet. It's pretty funny stuff.
Was that a review?
My favorite part of the commercial is the barn pulley. This is not a one-person job.
But I mean, like, it's kind of true. Have you ever seen like those like ninja warrior things? And some of them are like, well, I'm just here from my farm. I don't really work out much. I just, bale the hay and milk the cows.
Between the two of us, we have the most stupid, like, like culmination of random.
Somebody last night was like, you two. And I was like, we're kind of like Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Last night was the real deal. In our in children's ministry where we serve, let me tell you what, I had a blast. Mm-hmm. It was...
Yeah, she called us Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And I was like, yeah,
that's good. All right, you want a definition?
Okay, yeah, but just... You're never going to learn anything, listeners.
Oh, no, not at all.
Not by listening to us.
So we're talking about gym culture, also known as fitness culture.
Yes.
Okay. Fitness culture is a socio-cultural phenomenon surrounding exercise and physical fitness. It is usually associated with gym culture as doing physical exercises in locations such as gyms, wellness centers, and health clubs is a popular activity. An international survey found that more than 27% of the world's total adult population attends fitness centers. Nice. And 61% of regular exercisers are currently doing gym-type activities. Gym-type.
What is gym-type?
I don't know what that means. I can't click on that.
That's crop fit.
That's crop fit. This is not a one-person job. Getting and maintaining physical fitness has been shown to benefit individuals' inner and outer health. Physical culture has been highly promoted through modern technology and social media platforms. Which is true. Like, there's a lot of people that are like that.
Yeah.
You got to start this. I'm not even, like, ready to dip
it.
Yeah. Come on. Okay.
So we're going to start out with Grace's first. My first Grace.
Can I tell people, like, what you have been known to do in gyms? Like, is that too transparent?
What have I done in gyms?
What you sent me?
What have I done in jail?
Like, it
wasn't what I did.
Oh, no, it was what somebody else did. But can I tell him or no?
You can tell him. I have no clue who it was.
Because, okay, so Miss Kim over here across the table has filmed people doing things in the gym and then sent them to me. And let me tell you what, there is a group of people who will eat you alive for that. They'll be like, at least people are doing shame. Actually, I sent it to a friend of mine. He's like, shame on her. Like, why would she record it? I was like, it's a public place, man. Like,
listen, and that is a great segue into my first Grace. Why y'all doing weird things? Like, if the machine says this is for your arms, use it for your arms.
It's not leg press.
We are in a day of modern technology. Y'all have your fitness apps on your phone. Get YouTube on your phone and type in, how does this arm extension machine work? And it'll show you, and then just use it.
Are you still in a commercial gym? Do you still
I thought you said a cult, and I was like, I am not in a cult.
No. Are you still working out in a commercial gym?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, I was just curious.
I'm not a home gym person.
Okay.
You are.
Yeah. I built my own gym. Yeah,
my husband is.
Yep.
I am not. I am very much somebody who this is a place So my home is like my place of relaxation.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to exercise at home.
Okay.
And so I don't. So I take myself out of that place and put myself into.
So when
the
you
gym
go
place.
to said gym.
Yes. You still haven't told them what I sent.
I'm not going to. Like, people will eat you alive. There is no way. You're laughing so. I haven't laughed this hard in like 4 episodes.
It
I'm
bad.
trying to save the innocent.
It was bad. I'm not.
I had
I'll
a
film
person who legit. I mean, I'm not kidding because I posted it on one of my groups. Right.
Yeah.
I was like, this is real life. This really happens because I was just kind of blown away at like what was transpiring.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, probably 80% of the posts were like, how dare she film that? Like, that's totally like shaming. And I'm going, did you guys not watch the video?
Maybe I was liking her form.
Like, but I wanted to be here. Okay. Which moves into my grease.
Okay.
My grease, right? Like, here's my grease with this. Like, you can't say anything negative about anybody anymore.
No, you
like,
can't.
Dude, you're doing it wrong.
I hope that if I do an exercise wrong, that somebody films.
Phones are coming out. Like,
be like, just be like this.
hey, lady,
idiot.
can you move over a little bit? Like, yeah, seriously.
But like, you can't say anything negative anymore.
You can't.
And
Because here's what people do. They'll be like, this man is in the gym. He is
Yes.
working out. You took the time to get out your phone and film him and not tell him not to do it that way. It's like, dude, hold on. Like, before you get triggered,
yeah.
like, wait a minute. This is life, okay? Like, there's things like this that happen that are America's funniest home videos. Like, that's all people did. They were like, something stupid's going to happen.
is.
Let me go get the giant video camera and film you about to do something ridiculous.
She was mid doing something ridiculous. And I was like, I got to share this with my friend because I know that she's not doing it right.
So anyway, so your grease is that people just use gym equipment inappropriately?
Yeah, just not even inappropriately, just like, don't be dumb. Like, if it
gotcha.
says it's a leg extension machine or if it's a squat machine, don't try and like do barrel rolls all over the the barbell. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, there are people who are like doing chin-ups while they're like holding chairs with their feet. The chair is not there for you to use as a weight. The weights are there for you to use as a weight, dummy. Like, just use the weights. The chair is because grandma wants us to sit and like wait for her husband to finish getting his elliptical done.
Silver Sneaker Carol needs like some time.
Like, stop picking up chairs. Have you seen those? Have you seen any of those where people just?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
so what do you do at the gym? Like, what's your when you go in there? What are we doing here?
well,
I gotta know.
so depending, like today,
Like, you
I
just
wasn't-
walk in and start looking around and being like, who can I film?
No, I actually kind of keep my head down. So I have learned that I am like not a social gym person.
Okay.
And so
They're out there.
there are.
Yeah.
And especially, and it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I need to like preface this with saying it's not a bad thing. But when I walk into places, because I used to own a restaurant, a lot of people want to talk to me.
Oh yeah.
Because they want to know like what's going on, how are
Yeah.
you doing? Any other various comments that they would like to make.
Yeah. Because they haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
You're out in public. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and so then I get into a full conversation because I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
And so then it's 20 minutes have passed. We're just standing in the gym. I have wasted 20 minutes of basically my cardio time
Yeah.
that I could have been done 20 minutes sooner. Like when I go into the gym, it is like earphones on. There's like 2 people really that I think I've talked to.
Yeah.
One of them is my best friend's dad. And so like if he comes in or if he's in there, like I just talked to him today about his daughter and granddaughter. You know what I mean? So, but for the most part, I go in a lot of times I kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I park at our gym. The gym is about a mile away from my house.
I was gonna say you're really close.
Yeah. So I park at the gym, and after I drop my kids off, I take my dogs on a walk to my house, drop them off in their cage, walk back up, and it's all uphill. And so I try and keep I have a pace tracker thingy.
Yeah.
So I follow a pace and get my blood pumping that way, and then I just go in and like straight. And I have an app that I use, and
that'd be one of my greases too. Is like people just are not. I think it's a social thing, but people are just not mindful of like, hey, this person didn't come into the gym for social time.
Yeah,
and maybe they did. And you got to kind of know, like, that was one of the reasons why I built my gym. Because I don't need people around me to be motivated. As a matter of fact, I need the opposite. And then, like, I need to just, like, that has kind of become, like, my sanctuary. You know, where I'm like, okay, this is where I'm away from the world for a while. I check out for an hour. And when people, because people would do that. They would come up and they'd be like, hey, like, how's it going? Text
I've got a theological question.
Yeah. Like they'll come.
I don't want to be talking about Paul and
I'll be like, answer
right now.
like text me, man. Like, but then I'm with you because you feel like a huge jerk if you like look at them and be like, hey, like I'm working out right now. But what's amazing is they probably be like, oh, okay, no problem, you know, or whatever. But then in my head for the next half hour, I'm like, Jordan, you're a complete tool.
Yeah. Same. Like, and so like, I very much like head down, headphones in, and on top of that, do not come and talk to me in between my sets.
Oh, yeah.
Don't talk to me. I am trying desperately to catch a breath because I'm almost just passed out lifted. Like, my goal is just survival in that, like, 45 seconds.
Is it still true in the gym that, like, headphones on means, like conversation off? Like, is that still kind of like a gym etiquette thing? Like, because there's a lot of people, like, if I have my headphones in, like, I don't.
I think so.
I used to, in commercial gyms, this is a long time ago, I would put headphones on. I wouldn't be listening to anything, but I would just put them on. So it was kind of like that social cue, like, I'm working out right now.
I mean, like, I'm not going to go and talk to anybody who has headphones in, but I'm not going to go and talk to anybody in the gym.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be talked to at the gym.
Yeah.
Like, I'm there to get a job done.
So what if you show up at the gym, you see somebody who you do need to talk to, and do you just like kind of say like, hey, I'll call you later, or I'll text you, or whatever the case is? Like,
yeah,
I needed to ask you something.
It'll be like a quick like, hi. Like, I did see somebody who I know, and it was a very quick hi. But then like there's this weird time where like you don't know how to end the conversation because you can't be like, see you later. Yeah. Because you're in the same room.
Still in the same spot.
Like, yeah. Super weird. And so then like you both just kind of like get quiet and
you're like, okay, I'm going to go back to this machine now. Okay. And you're like over my shoulder. So, hey.
And then like, I don't want to make eye contact because like we've already had conversation. Like, I don't have anything more to share with you right now.
I feel like there should be, okay, so if I was building a gym.
Flashcards?
Yeah.
Conversational flashcards.
If I was building a gym now, I would, in the front space, because it's this way with every gym, I would say this is the conversational area. Like, it's a box. Yeah. It's like green, you know, or whatever. And if you're in the green spot, like that's where conversations take place.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's not just for two people who are awkwardly having conversations, but it's also for the third guy who's like, oh my word, like these two hens were clucking in the hen house and they were not like, because I've been there before and I'm like trying to focus or work out or something. I'm like, these two people are having a conversation and I'm like, you guys, it's a gym.
Shut your mouth.
And then they're like, and then you feel like it's a library, right?
Yeah.
And that's the other hard thing because I feel like both you and I are in this category or in this boat. We're too nice of people to be like if we were to do that, we'd be like, I'll just go home. It's fine. Like I'm the jerk. I totally apologize. I can't believe I even said anything. Yeah. Yeah, because you overthink it.
Yes, I very much do. And so I just don't talk to anybody in the gym. Like I don't.
And then you leave and you're like, I was a total jerk today to everybody.
Yes. I mean, like you can tell as I'm working out, like once my brow kind of starts to furrow, like it's serious face. Like, don't talk to me. It's very evident.
Do you sweat a lot?
Depends on what I'm doing. Like today, I kind of sweat a lot, but it was a lot. It was a lot of glutes. It was a big muscle, big muscle category. And so anytime that it's glutes, it's like, I'm like, why am I sweating? Like, it's not like I'm like running, but it's a big muscle. So I have a little bit of knowledge on it. Josh has bestowed a little bit of knowledge.
Your husband is the most technical lifter I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, that's because he went to school for that.
Measures angles, whole 9 yards.
He went to school for that. We have incremental weights at our house. And I was like, like what are these
to like weights? I think you guys have like 0.5 and like even
I think we have
0.25. Yeah.
We have 0.25.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I was like, why don't you just go up a pound? And he was like, because that's hard sometimes.
And I was like, a lot of weight.
Sit down. That's what every episode I'm going to try to say.
He built me a bench. So it's this little box. I had him build it for me a long time ago. And he came in. And so when you squat below parallel.
Yes.
But for him, like it's very much like just below parallel. And then you don't need anything else. Like, so him and I go back and forth on philosophies or whatever. Regardless, I'm like, hey, will you build me a box so I know where below parallel is?
Yeah.
We're at church and he's got a tape measure and he's like,
was he having you squat? In your pastor costume?
Costume. So I kid you not. Like I'm like squatted down and Josh is like trying to like lift my butt up a little bit because he's like, nope, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. And he's like, okay, it's right there. He's got tape measure out. Like I'm like, if anybody shows up at this,
my dad is over there talking to you about biblical principle as my husband's cupping your butt cheeks.
He's like 46 and a half, man. It's right there.
Oh, it's hilarious. He's never measured that for me, but also he's like, we don't work out the same.
I still have it. I use it actually all the time. Yeah, because it's like it's a super beneficial like box. And I saw his and I was like, I need that. But your husband is also the same guy. So he did me a favor a couple of weeks ago when I electrocuted myself, and we had to go back to your house to get something. And I went to kind of like open the door because when like you're waiting for whatever. He's like, he looks at me, and goes, no, this will not take all afternoon. I like sat in the car like a little kid. I was like, okay. I'll just wait, or whatever.
Yeah, no. When it comes to working out, like he is very
meticulous.
Yeah, very meticulous.
I love
it's like it's too much for me. So we tried to work out.
There's no way.
I love my husband so much, but we do not have the same workout like mood, if you will. Yeah. I don't know if he actually even
You're Whitney
listens.
Houston and he's like Kevin Costner in The Bodyguard.
I don't know if he even listens to music, which I'm like, oh.
No, he's just
boring.
so dialed in.
It's so, like he, and so he was like kind of training me a long time ago. And in between sets, I was kind of, like bopping around,
He's like, no.
And he's like, this is serious. And I'm like, I'm working out seriously. And he's like, you're not. So he's like, that was short-lived.
I need you to know that you're going to die soon. Like, that's your face from here on out. Oh, my Lord. Give me some other greases. What else you got?
Other grease is, I don't like feeling sore.
Really?
I don't enjoy it.
Oh.
But I've gotten to a point where I like know.
See, I feel like that's like the lifting side of things. I wouldn't say that that's like gym culture.
It's not gym culture, but I don't like feeling sore. That's my grease, my specific grease.
I've seen the hard part with gym culture to me is I have not been in a commercial gym in so long.
So there is a specific gym that rhymes with Janet Witness. Janet Witness.
Carry on.
And they have made
I have no idea what you're talking
a
about.
super weird gym culture
Yeah,
because they give out pizza and donuts.
Did you know the majority of people who attend, what'd you say?
Janet Witness.
The majority of people who attend Janet Witness are people who are, for lack of a better word, homeless or live out of their vans.
Wait, that was a total different turn.
Oh,
okay,
it's going to go
what?
a different way because it's X amount of dollars a month, and the majority of people have memberships there because there's showers and bathrooms. So if you're transit at all, like this is in the West Coast, a ton, which Janet
Witness.
Janet Witness.
Do you need me to write it on a board?
No, because I'm going to blow it. Janet Witness doesn't care about because it's no wear and tear on their facility. So technically they're getting, like, let's just say it's $20 a month. Oh. They don't care. They're like, you're coming in to get a shower and go to the bathroom. Neat. Like, that means there's no wear and tear on their, like, equipment. So they're looking at it going, that's fine by us. Not a big deal. Isn't that crazy? I
mean, yeah, that makes sense because I would also attend Janet Witness if I was homeless because of the shower. Like, yeah, I've heard of that on multiple occasions, but also like they have pizza and they have donuts.
They do have pizza and donuts, and that's not okay.
I feel
we could do a whole episode on Janet Witness.
We could probably do an entire episode on Janet Witness.
Have you ever been in one?
I've not.
Okay.
Because they have a lunk alarm too, which I don't know. What is a lunk alarm at Janet Witness?
So essentially, it's anytime you like grunt or like drop your weights. Yeah. Like that.
Oh.
That's Janet Witness does not like that at all.
Janet.
Janet would view that as a no, and she would say, stop doing that.
That's what you're doing sometimes, though.
Yes. So, like, there's been guys, I mean, and this was a long time ago, but there's been guys that, like, on social media, you can go and, like, see the videos, and they're, like, trying to get kicked out, like, or whatever. Because basically what they're saying is, like, we believe that people should not be shamed. And this goes into my Greece.
Okay.
Like, they should not be shamed for wanting to work out or have to put up with and endure like people who are like extremely fit, you know, or like doing things or whatever. And here's, this is hard. Okay. This is the same thing as going into a library and getting mad at people who are intelligent. Like that's how I view it.
Yeah,
I view it on the
weird.
exact same page.
Yeah.
I do not go into a library, look at the librarian and be like, there's a lot of books in here. Like I don't, and there's people in cubicles doing homework. Like I'm offended.
There's people studying.
Imagine that, Karen. Like for real?
Yeah.
It's the same page. Like what are you doing?
I guess once upon a time, I feel like a lot of more people who were working out, because that was kind of like the commercial. No, that's like a franchise. It's a franchise gym. So for a lot of people, that was kind of the only option.
Which is true. Like, okay, that's
don't get
fair.
mad at them.
But yeah, like the library's always been around. Can you imagine, Kim? Can you imagine going to the library and saying that? Like the audacity of being like,
there's too many smart people.
These
here.
people who are reading are intense. Like really?
Yeah,
that's where you live at? Like that is crazy and absolutely wild to me that you would be offended at that. You're in a gym. Or I'll go one better. Can you imagine somebody coming into your restaurant and being like, I can't believe all these people eating.
Why? Who are these hungry people? What are y'all doing?
Like, why are they here? What is the deal? And you'd be like,
what?
It's a restaurant. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah. That's a true.
It's the same page.
It is. They and Janet Witness attenders are some of the biggest offenders in the previous grades that I spoke about utilizing.
Oh, 100%.
I don't get it. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't know how people get to the point that they get to when it comes to working out. I want to know from like multiple people. Do you go in? How do you work out? Like, do you go in with a plan? Are you just like, I'm gonna do arms?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do upper body. Like how? I want to know from.
So it's crazy you bring that up because I just had a student ask me about that today.
Yeah.
Like, because everybody knows I work out.
Yeah.
It's like, so he's like, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing? Majority of people ask, like, what are you taking? Which is stupid because I'm like,
what do you mean?
I'm like a bunch of steroids. Like, man, like
just both arms,
both arms, both cheeks. I got needles flying. You name it, man. Like, take as many steroids as you possibly can.
Huge proponent of them. Because when I look at you, I say, that's all steroids.
He's all steroids. He's all steroids. First of all, if I was on steroids,
you've never seen Jordan,
I would not even be here. I'd be in the Olympics. Like, let me tell you what, probably not. Anyway, so I told him. I said, here's the thing. Like, the majority of the reason why people quit is because they do not overlap. So let's say you like come up to me and you're like, hey, I want to run a 5K. There's a great program out there called Couch to 5K.
I've heard of it.
You never run before, like I'd put you on that program. And I would say, okay, here's the 5K. Here's when we're actually going to race. And you'd be like, sweet, we're going to race. Okay. So a lot of people, when they run that 5K, like they don't have anything afterwards. So what I do is I say, hey, 2 weeks before your 5K, right, that you're about to run your 5K, we sign up for the next 5K. Like, or we sign up for a 10K or whatever the case is. So that way, when you're done running the 5K, you don't celebrate the victory and then have nothing else and go, okay, I'm going to take a week or 2 weeks off or whatever the case is. No, you always have something that is overlapping to some extent. So majority of the reason people quit is because they don't have an overlap. The other reason people quit is because they don't have a program. So you're not following something.
Yeah.
So when I tell people like the secret to working out is pay for your programming.
Yeah.
Like don't program yourself. Find a program that you love and work. Bethany has a program. I have a program.
I have one.
You have a program. Josh has a program.
I think Josh writes his own.
Josh isn't strength
But
though. He's all strength. And
He's
strength
all
is different.
and he went to school for it. Like
100%.
So he doesn't count.
Yeah.
Loser.
Like, but you can't, if you write something for yourself that's a program, you'll immediately make it simpler.
Yeah.
You'll just be like, oh, I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's programmed and you look at it and you go, I have to do that, either you can scale it a little bit or whatever the case is, but you should be able to do it. There's so many people walk into a gym, they have no plan. They're just like,
that's crazy. Because I see people, because like I am constantly, like you see me, I log whatever it is, each set, like I am logging everything. Because even in the middle of my set, like I might be like, that last set was too light. Like I'm going to add a little bit of weight. So it's constantly tracking it. The fact that people just walk in,
yeah.
I'm like, what y'all doing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And like just wandering. There's aimless wandering. I'm like, well, how do you have time to do this? Like, I not only do I have a program, I have a time limit within that program.
I got things to do today.
People are amazed at this. They're like, what's the one thing that you would not be caught dead without when it comes to the gym? They're like a barbell, dumbbells. I'm like, no, my stopwatch. Like on my phone, before I start, I hit start.
Yeah.
And when that thing hits 60 minutes, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and everything that's programmed in there, like I'm in motion. So like at a commercial gym, that was a big grease because people would walk up to me and I'm like, I'm not pausing this. So I'm sacrificing something to have a conversation with you. And it was not to be rude or a jerk. It was just like, I only have so much time and you're taking precedence. And then there are people be like, well, you should give people your time. I will.
Give people my time outside of my time.
Outside of this. Yeah. Like I will give you, if you came up to me at the gym and be like, hey man, do you got a second? I'd be like, yes, but not now. Yeah. Unless it's an extreme emergency.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So.
Like if somebody dropped a barbell on themselves.
Which
has it happened? What?
That happens a lot. You've never seen like gym fails?
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, have you saved somebody?
No, no. I mean, I have before in the past, but yeah. Or you look at somebody and be like, yeah, okay. So that leads into another grease. Not. We should be at Grace's a long time ago.
I looked at the time and I was like, oh, dang.
But the another grease is when people like are lifting for like massive weights that they can't lift. I go, who are you? What competition are we in right now?
Yeah.
Like, stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. There's a guy that still not on TikTok, but there was a guy that I saw on TikTok. I think his name is like Anatole or something like that. He's like this scrawny looking guy. He comes up to these super bulked
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Who have like 6 plates on each side and just like, I mean, that's probably, they probably have like 9 plates on each side. But anyways.
That's a lot. But anyway, go ahead. You were good at 6.
And like these dudes are like struggling to lift. And then this like guy just comes up and he's like, can I move this? He kind of has like a Borat accent.
Yeah. And the guys are like, huh?
They're like, no. And he's like, this is just fake weights. And then just like one arm picks it up and moves it and like blows these people's mind. I love watching those. So.
Do you have any graces? Gym culture graces?
Gym culture graces. The one thing that I really have kind of enjoyed, and I don't want it to sound creepy because it might sound creepy, but there are some other people who go to the gym. There are some other people who go to the gym, and like I see them, and I'm like, there was a giant bug.
Yeah, there was. It's all right.
And I'm like, you're like goals. Like I see real life goals, not like Instagram. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of anytime that I'm kind of looking for like different.
You're watching people actually check things off their list.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so like I'm like, yes, you're crushing it, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But I can't ever go. Like I don't go up to anybody. I was just talking about that to somebody because there was somebody who came into the gym and she just was like very fit, and I was like, oh yes, go you're strong. And like, but I was like, is that creepy to go up?
Not creepy at all.
I don't know if
it's like complimenting people in public. I just complimented a girl. I was standing next to my wife today at a coffee shop. A girl came in. She had the cutest pants on. Yeah. And I looked at her and I was like, I love your jeans. Those are super cute on you. But and she looked at me and Bethany didn't even budge. She was like, that's Jordan all day. You know what I mean? That's fine. But yeah, compliment people. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes. And I remember one time when I was doing deadlifts at a gym, there was another chick who she was watching and she was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. Yeah. But I don't know why. I just am I feel like I'm creepy.
Not creepy.
For some reason.
No, I should totally do it.
Yeah. So, I very much appreciate gym culture for that. When they're doing the correct things,
when you're doing it right,
yeah. I can very much appreciate it. And man, I love seeing strong people. It's amazing how strong people can be.
People say that a lot. They're like, oh, I bet you those people motivate you. I'm telling you what, the people who motivate, this is why I have beef against Janet Wellness, or whatever her last name
is.
Her name's not
Janet Witness.
Janet Witness. This is why I have beef against Janet Witness, because if you're bigger and you're in there and you're doing the thing and you look at me and you go, I wish I could do that, or whatever the case is, I tell people this all the time, match my intensity. Mm-hmm. You might look at me and go, he's stronger. There's somebody stronger than me in the gym all the time. Mm-hmm. But if I look over at you and you are, let's just say, a little overweight or whatever the case is, and you're getting it, you're motivating me just as much as I might be motivating you. Because I was there. I get it. Yeah. I understand it. I know how hard it is. I know that this is a lifestyle. It's a commitment. So there are some people out there that I think they go in and they go, well, I'm not. That's like saying you got to have everything figured out before you go to church.
Yeah.
You don't have to have this body or whatever the case is. Just come in and do the thing. Yeah. That is so motivating to me.
Yeah,
I love it.
It very much is. Yeah, I can agree with that. It's just nice to see other people.
Yeah, I used to do that when I was at a commercial gym. I would go up to people that nobody would go up to.
Yeah.
And I would tell there was a lady who used to go to the gym. She was in there every single week, pretty much 4 or 5 times a week, and she was consistent. So she was there at the same time pretty much, and she would do she was doing her thing, she was writing her stuff down. And I would tell her pretty much every day, I'd be like, hey, I appreciate you. Keep showing up. And she just kind of
nobody does that anymore.
No.
In anything.
Oh, it's so bad.
That's just a grease in life.
Yeah.
Just tell people. I said that to somebody the other day. I appreciate you. And
I
they just
kind
of stopped and stared at me. And I was like, well, I did. You made me kind of second guess it.
Yeah.
Because nobody says that. See?
I did the other day. I dropped a text message to a friend of mine. And I just told him a couple things I saw in their life, and I was like, hey man, I see you, and that's extremely motivating to me. Yeah. And they were like, what? And I'm like, don't forget how far an encouraging word goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other graceful thing I have is when people let the gym. This comes from a guy I heard the other day. It was an illustration that a pastor used, but basically, he said there's 2 types of people. There's people who go to the gym, and because they go to the gym, it affects the rest of their world. And he said, so for example, a person goes to the gym and then he'll go out in the world and he'll be like, I can't eat that because I went to the gym today.
Yeah.
And then there's another side of people that are like, I went to the gym, so I can't eat that. And they justify it. And he's like, and those people aren't healthy because they have not let the gym affect the rest of their everyday life. And he tied it back to spiritual things. I thought it was a gorgeous illustration. But the people who I love are the people that I ran today, and so therefore I'm going to also eat healthy.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
we have a friend who's like that, actually. So, I think it was him and Josh who were talking. He also works out in your gym.
Yes, he does. I know who we're talking about now. Yeah.
Josh one time, I think it was Josh, who was like, how do you keep going or something like that? And he was like, well, if I stopped, then that would completely negate all of the hard work that 100%. I have put forth.
Yeah.
This far.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a really good way to look at it. Instead of
my wife is the type of person that eats a cookie, and she's which I eat cookies too. So don't sit there and say I don't. I still think there's things in life you should enjoy. But there's if she'll look at it and be like, I worked out today, so I'm eating a cookie. I don't view life like that at all. I look at it and I go, I'm not going to eat a cookie because I worked out today.
Yeah.
And so there is that. But yeah, he's right. It would negate everything that you just, all that hard work that you put into or whatever the case is.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Any other graceful things?
I don't think so.
I was trying to think of like the greasy side of like gym culture, and the only other thing that I could do is to link it back like to our fashion episode. I get real tired of people who bring gym attire. What's it called? There's like a word for it. You know what I'm talking about.
Athleisure wear. Athleisure wear.
Okay, so let's unpack this for just a second because it drives me bonkers. Drives me absolutely crazy. Just because you look like you work out does not mean that you work out.
Yes.
Like, so if I come into the house after I've been done working out, hot mess. I mean, I am sweating. Like, Bethany looks at me and she is like, not right now. Yeah, like,
yeah,
you need water on your body and oxygen tank. Leland?
Yeah. If Josh comes in from a workout, I'm like, ew, don't touch me.
Like, you look you're going to look great once you polished all that up. But right now, but let me tell you what, out in the community, when I get out in the community and I see people and they're like, I'm like, you rocking 3/4 leggings with shorts over top of them and a shirt because that's what you chose to wear today.
That was their choice.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, no.
They made a choice. It's a weird thing, this could go into fashion very easily. It's a weird thing because, like, now we live in an age where, like, it's cool to
yes, 100%.
look like you just rolled out
Keep
of
going.
bed.
Keep going.
I don't know. It's super, super strange. And I think it started with athleisure wear, where, like, people were like, I want to look sporty. And then, like, I don't know. It's a
just
weird
rolled out.
Gym fits are a whole thing.
Yep.
I'm not really into them. There was one chick that I saw on it was Instagram, I think, and every single outfit, it wasn't like she was being cute by any means, but like her chucks matched her shirt and she was a whole vibe, and I was like, yes. And it was like, it was nothing ever even cutesy, like don't get it twisted. Like, I just was always like, she is rocking her outfits just in general. Like, I've never seen athleisure
now this
wear
pours in though
done.
To Grace. Like, you come into the gym. Okay, so if we're like showing up to work out, because this is funny. People are like, I can't believe like what you wear in your, like, when nobody sees you. And I'm like, no, look good, feel good. Like, that's how it works. Like, this is how it works. So when people show up and you coordinated and you like got it right, I get excited.
There's a guy at the old gym that I went to, and he like has like a handlebar mustache with the curls. He's got a long old beard. He's super duper strong. And he always has different socks. I don't know who this guy is. I never like talk to him or anything, but he always has these like super jazzy socks. And the rest of his outfit is like in accordance to his
100%.
socks. He has like Mortal Kombat socks, and he like will wear a character on his socks, and then his shoes match, and his pants match, and his shirts match. And I'm like, okay, you do you.
I bought a pair of shoes one time. Bethany looked at me and she goes, why'd you buy those? I go, because they match the shorts that I have. She's like, Jordan, nobody sees you when you're working out.
People see it.
I go, I have mirrors.
Oh, well, no, not you.
I have mirrors in my gym. Like, I see
our
myself.
UPS driver sees you.
That's true too. Yeah. And she's like, Jordan, nobody sees you. And I'm like, I do. Like, I know how I look. Like, and that's a big deal. You know what I mean? And she's like, why is that so big? I said, look good, feel good. Like, you watch somebody come into the gym with like &1 basketball shorts from 1982 and a wife beater on. Like, odds are, and I know I'm stereotyping, but odds are you're not getting a workout in. Like,
or you came in without a nap. Like, you came in without a plan.
Or you want to play basketball.
There was somebody who was in the gym this morning at the same time as me who had a matching Adidas jumpsuit.
Oh,
tracksuit.
Oh.
And I was like, what shoes do you like? Because he also had a white beater on. And I was like, what's this guy doing?
I love the tracksuit. I love the guy who's like 60 years old, and I'm not that far off. And he rolls into the gym, and he's got the the pants that match the. You know what? I might do that to church one day. I might have to bring the athleisure wear to church. People like, hey, Pastor had a tracksuit on today.
Most of my workout stuff is like old T-shirts. In fact, I was working out today, and I thought, hey, maybe I'll look cute because I went straight to a friend's house. I tried to participate in the athleisure wear, but I had actually worked out in my clothes, and I left because I was like, I stink. I smell so bad. And she's like, you don't smell bad. And I was like, girl, you're not sitting close enough to me. I do not smell good.
Yeah, so it's funny, like it's on both spectrums because there's like the athleisure wear like outside of the gym that you don't work out.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, but these are so comfortable. I'm like, what?
They're comfortable because you're supposed to be lifting heavy things in an uncomfortable situation. That's why the clothes are comfortable.
But then on the flip side, you have people who are like, I love people that like make an effort to come to the gym. Yeah. Now, hold on. Don't do your makeup. Like, that drives me crazy.
I don't understand that either. I've seen so many people who are like getting ready to go to the gym, and I'm like, who are you trying to impress, baby?
Who are we doing? Like, no. Like, that's not how we do this. Like,
your 10 pounds of makeup on your face aren't going to help your biceps get any bigger. Like,
I saw a lady one time at a commercial gym. This is because normally I find massive comedic relief from hotel gyms because like people just like, I don't know what they're doing.
I don't
participate
in
that's not a commercial gym at all. It's a totally different animal. But like this lady, she comes in and there's a treadmill and she had like tons of makeup on. And then like she was on the treadmill for like 25-30 minutes and she turned around and it was all like coming off
bad.
And like mascara was coming off and she's like, hey.
You're like, ah!
I go, Karen. Probably jumped like a foot in the air. I was like,
why are you melting? Yeah, don't work out with makeup on.
Do not look healthy, lady. Like,
so many people. Here's the thing, and this can go back to like when we were talking about. I think I was talking about fashion. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No.
Because if somebody is going to the gym, for the most part, it is to work out.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get picked up at the gym, no. Don't do that because it's a mindset. Like,
go in the green square.
Go in the green square.
Hang out in the green square for a while.
Yes. Yeah. Chat with them. Let everybody know that you're single, and then move along because nobody cares if you're like, we're trying to lift a single weight. Like, we're not trying to lift a single person. Like, you know, I ain't trying to pick you up. I'm trying to pick my barbell up. So thank you very much.
Which is kind of the weird thing when you see people. That's a grease, right? Like, you see people at the gym and you're like, oh, you looking, aren't you? Like,
don't go looking. Don't go looking at the gym because if you're looking for somebody who is fit, that means that they're looking down at their weights.
Oh yeah,
they're not looking at you.
They don't see you. They don't see
you
you
are
at
not an object that is assisting their workout. So stop looking for dudes or chicks at the gym. Ain't nobody stop it. Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's so funny. The commercial gym world just blows my mind because it is like gym culture lives there, which it should.
Yes.
It's like restaurant culture, things like that. Like, it should live there. But in the same breath, it's different than anywhere else. Like, it's very, very like foreign to.
There's a lot of personalities there.
Oh yeah, and a lot of people like doing a lot of different things too. So you have like people who are like in this spot or people who are in this spot or whatever the case is. But hey, here's the deal. Like, to land the plane, if you're in the gym and you're there for a purpose and you're there for a reason and you're getting it, keep getting it.
Keep going.
Like, keep going. Because people are going to hate on you and you're going to get all the criticism and all the other stuff. But at the same time, like, man, like, keep your head down like, and keep doing your thing. So what else you got, Kim? Anything
what do you
else?
listen to at the gym? Do you listen to music?
So actually, this is kind of weird. Like, the Lord has taken away all secular music in my life.
Yeah, I knew that.
So I don't have any secular music anymore. So and then I've also stopped watching almost everything. So like, I don't have anything visual. I used to have 3 TVs in my gym and they were all running something different. Just multiple reasons.
What you doing with those extra TVs?
Yeah, you can have. So like, that has gone away. So I turned on my speaker. I turn on music just to have like something that's there.
Do you listen to like classical?
No, I listen to worship music.
Tchaikovsky.
Like, yeah. So like on Fridays, I love Friday because Friday on Spotify is your discover like all the new
mine
stuff
is on
drops.
Monday.
No, new release Friday.
I listen to Discover Weekly that comes out on Monday.
I do that on Mondays. So yeah, you're a step ahead of me. But
what's on Friday?
Release radar.
Oh,
So your release.
I don't ever listen to that.
Yeah, so your release radar comes out. Radar.
Release Raider. Going to do my crop fit and listen to my Release Raider.
This is not a one person job. So
you turn that on.
So I turn that on. And then yeah, so like even I don't know, like even like I was trying to think if like music like still gets me going. And I'm sure it does to a certain extent. But not like
you don't like start out with like the Eye of the Tiger and you're while you're like getting.
I actually looked up the other day, like, because there is something to say, like, if you're doing cardio, like, to keep like a beat.
That's exactly what I do.
Yeah. So like,
in
there
fact,
is that.
My playlist on my phone right now is 150.
150.
150.
Yeah, and they have like actual. So Spotify has like a running playlist.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally instrumental, and it's just like doom doom doom
Mm-hmm.
doom. And if you do it right, your foot always hits on the beat.
Yep, that's exactly how I work out because when I'm listening to music, I can't listen to my like pace, and so I use my music as my pace.
Oh yeah.
And so I listen to. Apparently, Spotify calls it boom bap.
Never heard of that.
It's like hip hop without any words.
Yeah, that exists.
Really like it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that. I've been listening to that.
It's like
a lot.
lo-fi. Like I love lo-fi music.
It's kind of like lo-fi, but it's not like chill.
No,
like it's like hip hop without the words.
Yeah,
I very much like it. There's a couple songs in there that I'm like.
What is it called? Boom bop.
Boom bap.
Boom bap.
Yeah.
So it's like just that boom bap, boom boom boom.
Yeah,
bap,
like it's
whatever.
like it's just different beats, but it's like from hip hop songs. Some of them are songs that like I know, so I'm like singing the words to it. But
yeah.
Some of them aren't.
That'd be my music is another thing, but like in regards to like Grease and Grace, like I can't stand going to a commercial gym that plays like music that has like obscenities in it. It drives me crazy. But
I don't think that there's any music at my gym, which is really weird. If you take your headphone out, you like
it's like quiet.
My music is like blaring in my ear because I'm tuning everything out, and then like I take it out and I'm like, oh, it's such a striking contrast.
Yeah.
That it's
well, like
oh.
hardcore gyms have like music just blasting.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the CrossFit gym that I went to, they would have music just blaring.
If I had so my gym is attached to the house, and if I had like an outbuilding, I would play music like really loud.
Do you play music like out loud in your gym?
Yeah.
Not in your headphones. No,
headphones? I have this little running speaker. It's really a neat little Bluetooth speaker. So it has a magnet in the back, so you can either like take the back off and you can attach it to your shirt if you run with it, or it has a clip in it. And a lot of times I clip it to the back of my headband. Yeah. Wrap your mind around that one. Yeah.
That doesn't bother you?
Nope, not at all. It's not like super small, but it's not super big either. Like if I'm rowing or whatever, like I just clip it to the back of my headband, so that way like I can hear everything that's going on. I did learn that with noise canceling headphones, like not that it was affecting lifting, but it was affecting lifting. Because like I needed to kind of hear what else was going on, like kind of around me. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you want to hear about, Kim?
What's your gym attire?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I want to know what your gym attire is.
Yep.
What
if you go to the gym, if you don't go to the gym, why not? People are like every reason you just mentioned.
What is maybe like what's your like favorite exercise?
Oh, that's a good one.
That you do. Like mine is deadlifts. I always feel so strong doing deadlifts.
Yep.
I love them. If you do go to the gym, I guess. What do you listen to? I like to know that as well.
Yeah.
So, and then like, how do you gym?
How do you gym?
What do you
gym?
Yeah. Are you a home gym? Are you a commercial gym?
Do you have like your own equipment? Do you not have any equipment?
Participating in crop fit or CrossFit?
Do you go to the park?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's some people that do that.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. So
anyway,
there's a lot.
All right, so
I think we did it.
We did it. So here's the deal: we are getting into the holiday seasons.
We are.
Okay, so we're moving into Thanksgiving and Christmas, which means a couple of things. Number one, we want you to go ahead and go back and do a deep dive on some stuff. So like, hey, we're half a year into this. Check out some old episodes that by all means you might have missed a few. So you can go back and do some deep dives, rate, comment, subscribe, share, all that other good stuff. And then just full transparency, we're going to try as hard as we can to keep pushing through the season, but there may be a week or two that we're Thanksgiving or Christmas.
We're familying.
So get used to it. So we're going to do our best. We're going to keep moving forward, but we understand that November and December are extremely busy.
Yeah.
And we're going to ask you to be graceful. And if not, then you start your own podcast and you say the grease that you have against Grease and Grace.
Do it.
Don't
do it.
This is everything I have wrong with Kim and Jordan.
Atlanta.
I will come to your house.
What? I was like, no, they won't. They don't know where you live. Yeah, they do. A lot of people do.
Yeah, 100%. All right.
Anyways.
Until next time, we'll see you next week.
Later.
Laters.